Thank you very much, and welcome to this presentation on Endeavour. We are here today with Swiss Resource at the booth in the front, and I would welcome everybody who has questions about our company to come visit us at the booth, Swiss Resource booth. So today, I want to talk at a very high level. What are the investment reasons to own silver in your portfolio? And what are the investment reasons to own Endeavour in the portfolio? So I'll start with a phrase that a shareholder gave me this morning. And he was really asking the question, why is it in Germany that people love their gold, but they don't need it? And they need their silver, but they don't love it? And what that question does is actually identify the different reasons to own gold versus silver. So gold, as you know, is primarily a monetary metal. It is a store of value. It's a hedge against inflation, a hedge against currency debasement, and it's eternal. There's always a good reason to have some gold. Silver, being a precious metal, and the poor man's gold, also has this value proposition to own silver in the investment portfolio, but there are two other reasons, two compelling reasons to consider silver. The second one is simply the supply and demand fundamentals. If you look at recent fundamentals for silver, the supply has been falling now for 3 consecutive years, and yet the industrial demand has been rising. So from a supply-demand point of view, we can see there's a crunch time coming in the price of silver. And in order to build more silver mines, we will need to see higher silver prices. The third reason to own silver is more of an ethical reason. And most people don't really think about this yet when they think about silver. But we're in the middle of a green revolution. And silver is used primarily in the construction of solar photovoltaic cells and electric vehicles. You cannot have a green revolution without silver. Silver truly is a green metal. So for these 3 reasons, I see that silver is a very attractive time to own in your investment portfolio. For more details, by the way, you're welcome to come ask me at the booth. I have some charts. Now let's talk about the main investment thesis for Endeavour Silver. This is a company I started over 16 years ago, with basically an idea to go to Mexico and seek strategic silver and gold projects. And at that time, we started with $300,000. Today, Endeavour is a diversified mid-tier mining company. We own and operate 4 high-grade underground silver gold mines in Mexico. And we have a development pipeline of 2 additional mines we propose to build to more than double our production over the next 3 years. So when it comes to Endeavour, the main investment theses are threefold. Through the optimization of our current operations to reduce the operating costs, we think we can make more profits, and that should be good for the stock. Through the construction of 2 new mines in the next 3 years to more than double our production, and because they're higher quality mines, also reduce our costs, we become the fastest growing silver mining company in the silver sector. This is a very important investment thesis. And last but not least, every one of our 4 mines are based on ore bodies that our exploration team discovered. Both of the 2 development mines are ore bodies that our exploration team discovered. And we're now exploring in a new jurisdiction, Chile. And we have a positive view not only on Chile, but the prospects to make a new discovery in Chile to come into our development pipeline. So 3 reasons to own Endeavour: reducing our costs to make more profit, expanding our mines to grow the business, and through our exploration, the ability to continue to make discoveries, build new mines, and do it again and again and again. So all of our core assets are located in Mexico. I mentioned the 4 operating mines. And there are specifically, oh, we don't have a pointer. No. So in the red, you see the 4 operating mines. On the west coast of Mexico, we see mine number 5, called Terranera. And up in the north, there's a white dot called Parral, and that would be mine number 6. So let's just do a quick tour of the operations. At Guanaceví, it was our first mine, purchased in 2004. We have now been mining Guanaceví for 15 years. We still have at least 5 years of mine life remaining. It was one of the mines that had some difficulties this year, so we went from making money to losing money in the first quarter. And through a number of changes that we made at the mine site, we're now towards the end of the process of returning that mine to profitability. Our second mine, purchased in 2007, has been for many years our most profitable mine. At Guanaceví, our first mine, we actually made $110 million of profits from 2005 to 2017, and only in the last 2 years has it started to lose money. So we're in the process of turning that around now. At Bolañitos, from 2009 to 2018, we actually received $165 million profits. This was our most profitable mine for 10 years. Earlier this year, it also had some operating difficulties. We made some changes, and it also now is coming back into profitability by year end. Mine number 3, El Cubo, was purchased in 2012 and continues to generate profits this year. It has the shortest mine life of the operating mines, but has been a good core asset for several years. And El Compas is actually our most recent mine. We purchased this project in 2016, did the economic evaluation, the discovery of the ore body in 2017, permitted and developed the mine in 2018. And in April of this year, we declared commercial production on mine number 4. Mine number 5 is the first mine in our development pipeline. Terranera is an exciting new discovery in Mexico, one of the highest grade silver discoveries in recent years in Mexico. Our exploration team has already identified 70 million ounces of silver and equivalents in reserves, and we still think there's potential for 100 to 120 million ounces on this project. However, this will be the main value driver for the next 2 years. Just in this month of November, I'm in the process of putting together the $80 million debt financing needed to build this mine. I will then go to my board of directors in December for the formal approval to proceed with the construction of the mine. We'll also at that time have a final update on our economic study. In January, we expect to break ground on an 18-month construction period, and we look to see production from Terranera in the third quarter of 2021. Why is this mine important to us? Because it has the potential to be our largest and lowest cost mine. It is our next core asset. It's a district scale opportunity. And when you look at the economic study last year, the net present value of this mine based on last year's study is more than half of our current enterprise value. The rate of return on our capital invested will be 31% and the payback period 2.9 years. What's special about Terranera is that even though it's going to take $120 million for us to build this mine, when you look at the operating costs, they will be amongst the lowest costs in the sector. Net of the gold credit, the cost to produce silver at Terranera is projected to be 15 cents per ounce of silver. That's on a cash cost basis. Cash cost is just the cost to run the mine for a day, cash in, cash out. On an all-in cost basis, which is the cost to run the mine for the life of the mine, including all investments, capital investments, exploration investments, taxes, royalties, head office costs, the study identified all-in costs at Terranera of $1.36 per ounce. So let's do some quick math. Today's silver is close to $17. The all-in costs are close to $2. The operating profit margin of this mine will be $15 an ounce at the current silver price. Spectacularly profitable. We are so focused on getting this mine built because it is literally a game changer for our company. This mine single-handedly will almost double our production in the next year and a half and significantly reduce our consolidated costs. Last but not least in the development pipeline is what we consider to be mine number 6. We have a project called Parral, and at Parral, it's still in the advanced exploration stage. We purchased the project in 2016, started the exploration drilling in 2017. Today we are sitting on 45 million ounces of silver resource. We think we can get it to 60 million ounces in the next year. We're already permitting the mine. We expect to do our first economic study in January. We'll do a book sample here in December. And I think that Parral has the potential to produce about 4 million ounces of silver each year. So again, if you want to do some math, this year we'll produce 7 million ounces of silver in equivalents. Terronera will produce for the life of the mine about 5 million ounces of silver in equivalents. And Parral we expect will come in at 4 million ounces. So that's 16 million ounces of silver equivalent production in the next 3 years, more than double our current production profile. And because the quality of Terronera and Parral are significantly lower cost than the current operations, Terronera being one of the lowest cost mines expected in the sector, our consolidated costs will come down to amongst the lowest in the silver mining sector. So before I finish up, I'd just like to point out that we are the only silver company that has an organic growth profile. The organic growth profile comes from discoveries by our exploration group. Now we have 2 discoveries we're proposing to build, Terronera and Parral. What's next? For 7 years we've been exploring in Chile, but this is the first year that we've decided to drill 3 world-class prospects in Chile. We believe our future is to fill the development pipeline with a discovery in Chile. We're drilling 2 projects this year and a 3rd project next year. We still need some luck. This is a high-risk, high-reward business. But this is how we found Terronera. This is how we found Parral. And we're confident that out of our portfolio in Chile will come a world-class discovery. So there's your sector-leading organic growth profile. There's no other silver mining company in the silver sector that does what Endeavour does. If they want to grow, they have to buy something. Hecla bought Klondex. Coeur bought Northern Empire. Fortuna bought Gold Rock. First Majestic bought Primero. These companies need to buy something in order to grow. That's not Endeavour's model. We live and die by the drill bit. We're very good at what we do. We found 6 ore bodies in Mexico, and there's more to be found yet. So why Endeavour? Clearly there are 3 value propositions to own the shares of the company. Reducing the costs of the current operations, building the 2 new mines to expand our production and continue to reduce our costs, and the potential for a world-class discovery. I want to thank you for your attention. We have our associate, Jochen Steiger, who I think is able to summarize this for you in German, but thank you for your attention.